1 month.
So I want to know the one way. Different for me. Okay, mommy. So me I be fungi Percy. I be agronomist. So I study for this same school. Now my other colleague them this. They don't take agriculture for school level. Go high to as much as possible. So here we be some organization where could get named Mumita Holdings. We were working now for improve technology then we farmer them fit use them for better the agricultural practice. You know, for long time for back time I be the grow. I see my papa he go one plant, he go take one thing so until I shall know this. He go take he go harvest plenty so like the one then so plenty carry on with plenty money so motor will carry plenty so only for go plant them. So the one that time I be not say they fine, but I discover say it stress plenty. Because imagine say one plant only 100, so imagine 100 of this size. But we see that polythene them for day, you see and say they be smaller. So if you carry 20,000 for this same plantain them, where they no go get sick, they go give me because now from plantain I say you the plant and so you take several times. For example, when we take 100, so one go done today, the other one done tomorrow, the one done after tomorrow. And so I'm money they can't like in a ground money. Today if you sell one, I get 3,500. Tomorrow you sell one, I get 1,000. Tomorrow you sell one. But with this technique, you discover say if you plant say 1 hectare will give you put 1,700. That 1,700 you go harvest all them. Maybe say one time about 1 month. If you take that man say 3.5 million, you put inside some other business, you get something will make sense. So while goal today I'm not gonna talk plenty about all that in what they do. This place we dey here so it will multiply, we get different area than where they do so, for different places for Southwest. But this particular there today, it will multiply just plantain and moringa. Maybe if GLEICHE one time in the future we go enter other things them like mushroom, how to make a mango or pear tree where go bear in 1 year time, not more 8 years again. How we go make a guava tree where you go bear in 1 year time where you short so by the best to take you support them. How you go make take yam, 1 yam where you go buy them for 1,000, you make yam set where if you give you 50 yam set in less than 6 months. All that kind of plenty modern technique the way for a different thing they do if you get money where it go make sense. Money where it go come on time, where it go come one time, we will not go get we not go spray plenty chemical and all that. So now why that we're there today? We're there especially for plantain and for sitting where plantain all about it. Because I don't talk about fungi Percy. I get my other colleague them for here now, Mr. Lionel this. It to be agronomist. Sometimes they'll talk some few things them before they'll just introduce themselves.
I'm Aisha Ali. I'm a student in UB. I'm studying agronomy.
Okay.
Called Moses. I'm a student in UB. I study food science and technology. Thank you.
Sister, Papa, Mama, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, I be Kemeni Lionel. I be student for University of Boya. But I'm a partner that for this organization where they call it Mumita Holdings. Or the struggle for make and say all things we learn for school. Make we bring and do for community so that make Papa and Mommy then they glad say that picking them to the don't go book. So we go to facilitate on our understanding. Any question we wanna get them, we feel free for asking we go picking the we brother them. No person no shy, no stupid question, no day, no door question, no day. So we dey here at una service, we dey at una disposal, una feel free.
3 years ago, Ivory Coast was nobody take the technology and then they develop and sorted and then now for the highest producers for plantain for Africa. And then only just 5 years back when Cameroon started for farm, you know, if you get 2 months 30 from one. But with this technique, for example, tissue and so, you see like this heap way plenty so now just one sucker this and we go harvest for here like 8 times. So he discovered say from one, so in 2 months time, 2 to 3 months, depending on your management, you fit get up to 30 from this one. So it means say normally if planted there for farm, you go take let's say 2-3 years for get the same quantity from one. Then 3 to 4 months if you have a bad, you fit get them from one. And then the most important thing I say, you get planting where you no get sick. Because another thing, the other time we should don't for house some mommy can say where my picking a see wheelbarrow, see D1 knapsack where they give me for agri show, my planting big so where not be there. Would you ever ask I say that mommy they use now some different kind of planting or they use now some different kind of thing? They used to call and say peep suckers. To a denser polythene bank, now the secret that you get planting or you get plantlet the way they be disease free. Thing where you not get sick. So even if you use small mocap, you will still get the same result. So basically today we're going to teach the secret way there for year, and subsequently we're going to take them right to planting. Generally people they don't understand the concept of planting. You get it design, you get this thing. No need not the way you go call engineer like me, pay me plenty money where you say if you do them. So basically the program an integrated program where you know go end for year. Some time will be where when we don't make soccer the harvest and sort of put up on every area, we go now can show now how they demarcate planting field, how engineer the town so take road make so take the make so take you see planting come out straight line. You start any style you see how it come out straight. We go do all that one them. Even small time we go even visit plantation for a year, you see practically too what they talk about. You see how when you put 1,700 for 1 hectare. Inside 1 month, you say you count your 3.something million, put them for back. I'm talking of 9 months time, where normally will not see and be possible. So now the aim that. So as I be the talk, Dr. Kwame Moyes be discovered the technique for help we for see how we fit increase our production. This same organization where I talk of you, they make plenty things from planting. As I talk now, as I try to talk on the benefit of this program. Where it means if you enter some quantity of production capacity, if you sometimes go back now for village meeting or for anything, you say, okay, we start producing things. How will you make money as a group? This same organization, they process plantain into flour, into biscuit, into pap, thing for baby food, no? We use dry plantain, make chop way picking like Cerelac. So this same organization get the ability for buy all two way they produce them. We buy plantain in huge amounts. So the aim not be just we not agree for train with GLEICHE now just say we want just train now say we find people the way tomorrow for their own level they fit come together, they produce this thing in good quantity where meet our standard, and then now we buy from them. So we not just give you the skill, we give you market at the same time so whether you fit sell this product. So the best thing about another advantage about this thing I say you don't need for strong like me for do them. You just need a knife and you suck at them, and with little or no movement or stress, you fit start your own this one. People then they not even cross to make planting their own business are only here so. Because as you see them so, when you harvest one so move them, like 300. Now you be buy this sucker how much? You buy this sucker see 250 to 300 as it is so. Once you put that inside here, it go give you 30, no? Now inside that 30, you sell each one for 300. So you do 300% profit, not even 100% profit. You understand? So now the advantage that for this technique, I always like for pitch you why you get for be interested before I even start talk say this thing or so, this thing or so. So if you don't do your math, you'll discover say it's a more than 100% profit business if you want to do them. If you will just get now your friend the way you want to sell them this thing, if you just decide say no, me I don't want to produce me planting. My one only for make suck at them. So as you see all that polythene, but all the places will flop. You carry in 2 months time, you know get space up. But also go be a planting moringa where people will just come with their motor them. Carry 2,000, put them 5,000, 10,000. So you for open the place will not be plenty money. You feel confidently when you master this technique, feel confidently even trust some man, take your small money, put that inside here, and after some time you go see the profits from there. And as I talk, we take the sector away almost a 100% profit business. Not between where some kind of losses then they. Because the benefit of the man na say once you don't harvest and put that inside polythene them, the fish stay for almost 1 year. And if you not get positive for buy them, you still have to plant them. And once it enter for farm, it return a different thing. Because we all know as long as you get plantain bunch, you sell. So I don't want to talk plenty because all we know to where plantain be. Nothing way if you get the resources you invest inside, you're not gonna regret. So now to the details of the I don't know if question there, but now I enter the details of the thing and how we go to do them today. So if there's no question, we'll just continue now. So this technique, as I be talk, it get 4 main reasons why we do them. The first reason I go produce sucker they will not get sick. Because when you get sucker you get sick, you not fit ever get good bunch. And we all know same thing where they sell na big bunch. When you take small bunch and you take big bunch of market, the selling price na too all man like plantain with fat. So now the first reason that way we develop the technique, you produce sucker the way they not get sick. But all these sucker they will see them for so they get sick. As long as you have a sucker for money farm, sick they dey. So why you go take money bury and for thing where you already get sick? Where you go come plant them for your farm, you carry sick from that money farm, come put them for your own farm, and then start suffer. Better you plant to you know say from this stage you not get sick. And then you know say as you join the monitor, as the training they go, we go bring out the chemicals, we go treat this sucker them. This sucker will be treated. 2 kind treatment day as the time they go, we go see them. So the first objective I say we want make sucker they not get sick. The second objective I say we want produce planting material where get age. The problem agriculture for when I say what material not get age, especially for planting. You take all the plantings so they get different age. So when you plant our farm, they not ever bear at the same time. But here, if you actually go for bank, you borrow let's say 2 million for example. Tell banks I go give you the money in 9 months, I go give you the money in 1 year, 3 months, and you actually pay because you get sucker where they get 1 each. That means when you go for farm, you plant them, they bear for almost the same time. Say maximum 2 weeks to 1 month range. Where you feel quantify them, you feel hold that money in bulk, you go do some other thing with them. So now the next objective that way we go and learn about this beef. The next objective we want to learn about this beef is say we want to get quality produce. Bunch with a big, bunch with a get size. And the next thing is that. And the next thing I say we want to be able to multiply a particular variety. Some variety they way with the multiplier for our unit for Douala. We buy that variety from Nigeria. Some people don't see them for Facebook, check in Photoshop. That variety, the bunch it tall past me. I know it's not tall, but if you get bunch when 1.8 meters, don't be small bunch that. I mean say it stand like me so. Where with the plant and with the support them. That one not be Photoshop, not true thing. We buy that sucker, so one, we buy and 15,000. But when we multiply just for one, no 15,000 francs. As it does so.
No, as you say from Nigeria.
Yes, as it does so buy 1 to 15,000. But now with this technique, we'll get at least 30, you know. If we want to sell our own even at 10,000, maybe we'll make 5 money. Exactly. And when we even if we no want to sell one plant and go field, forget more sucker them and all that kind of thing, you discover say tomorrow that particular variety will be choosing only for Nigeria or if it grow, now if it grow for here. And the beauty about the technique I say as they do for plantain, so now they same for banana. So you fit get some particular banana where like and plenty. I want to say me all your banana farm then so. If you do the same technique inside banana farm and it will grow fine. So now the beauty, now the reason that way they be develop this technique, and now the reason that way we teach them and we try to empower people about them. The former farmer then way they don't open their hand, they say okay they get the problem, we'll see how they solve them, and it be encouraging. So with the hope say, as we want start with the training proper, we will first of all get the like for the thing, we understand them. If question they don't hesitate for ask, and we will always be available for answer and for do follow up. Yeah. So I go first start by naming some kind of things so that we understand what they see. This thing we call and so now we call and say propagator. Propagator, another name for propagator is screen house. Screen house propagator is just some place where they construct and where they give you the ability for growth in a particular condition. And of course we get polythene then where we go to use them. I show you no polythene. And the next important thing them now the sucker. So I go now for
Wow, okay. So if you want more, you just go and drop them or you do
plenty technique then they way I go intentionally want say move do harvesting after, but to answer your question, plenty way then they for harvest them. Me I don't do them for about 8 years now. So I don't need to move on feature. I get technique where I feel harvest them where I don't move no nothing. The first way the system it go need for use the hand carefully, then it take out the sucker. It be careful because young one and to the inside of the grow no. So person way thing you need for do and so, they move and so, and then it harvest. But harvesting a different technique way we will look at some other time. It complicates. One harvesting the way you need for far way to move roots, far way to move some kind of thing them. Yeah. So we go look that one them. That one not be problem. But for reach yet small wahala still there for reach for the level. Times they still small. So we'll reach harvesting stage because a very important stage for the process.
I want to ask question. Say the propagator must get some particular dimension.
Very good question. That question fine because you see and say the propagator may feel long even 100 meters. The width must be in a one. Once that if you short like me, you feel reach for here. I go around, you reach to the other side. If you make it where a big part, a wide pass 1 meter, then if you tell me you don't die, you enter inside. And once I put my foot inside, the key at least 300. Because once you broke these small head them, that one don't losses. So you get to make sure say your propagator if you long from here to there to up there, but the width now 1 meter. The next reason, the next thing when I say you see the height. With the height, so now the place now 1.5, you want now 1.2. So 1 meter 50, 1 meter 20. We intentionally make a short one for minimize cost because if you make a tall, you not get used. But the next thing I say when you over tall for rainy season, it broke, being the scatter them. Another thing to I say when you there for down, so it will receive heat better than when you there for up. And we need more heat for make and evaporation a bit quick. Now why that way? People the way they actually do this business, they do it for dry season. Because for dry season you feel harvest in 1 month. For rainy season, because of too much rain, you feel harvest in 1 month, 2 weeks. Because climate gets serious problem for do. Once the place it be hot fine, when sun they pass plenty, it they make and water the go up, and as the water the go plenty, so now so evaporation they work up plenty. So now so the matter there. Before we want identify the parts of the plantain and all that thing, them they think proper. Madam Monica and a person will be trained through GLEICHE Foundation sometime, but I just want to say me just give you in a few words, you know, experience time will be doing before so that at least I feel get perspective on how you understand them and how you be worker before we just continue with the other stages. Within that time we will try to bring on the suckers on this side.
Yeah, one also.
Okay. Then another stage of work I will put up under now because say for make and say me sick not attack the plantain them. It be important for pull wrap on the separate as the city ground so you get plenty microbes and organisms the way they attack plantain. Bacteria them, we get fungi them, but most importantly we get nematodes. So once you start throwing water was on place, as rain the fall so some thing the inside ground you call and say nematode. You call and say meladogyne for big grammar or for scientific name. That thing they come for corner the plantain involved inside the plantain, then you start cause sick. As we open the plantain, you will see some of them live. So we put that up on one for prevent say middle bacteria they may not climb inside. And also so that some pathogen them when they chop plantain, like even rats themselves, as they so rat to chop them. So that wrap on prevent all that in them. But now when you put the wrap on you the boss them. You the boss them so that me water go down, because water not go down, it will be waterlogged and you go make and the plantain go rotten. So now some of the reason in that way we do them so.
The wrap on go down, now the boss.
Yeah, we the boss the wrap for down, so that water they go down. Yeah. So Madam Monica, over to you. So that you just share with me.
My name is Madam Monica. I'll just get small thing for talk concerning which way I be experiencing. This thing when I be the ever work at the Siam, I be one Siam for some people that they come from village can't do one. I be ever go bend down for them and look and say, "Child, eating fine. How if you do know?" So if it be the way my friends they like ITP, so they see we they like they say more can join as they invite people. So first thing for anything for this life for do an interest. I don't already get interest for the thing. So you make any small like how always way they talk and so if you are open my phone, any one thing where they talk I record them. That records and I will go house, I will play them over and over the watch a video, make my head open but you don't get the interest. First thing I will develop interest over anything we want to do and before wait till we want to acquire from that thing. The high they talk this thing if give you money. You see and say if he give you money, but if you don't get a heart for the thing, the money no go come still. But if you don't really get heart for the thing, so you want that money, the money will come. So you will get the love for the thing before you put now the work, you serious, you get the money. You know if you just see and so you give you money, so you don't get heart to do. So my word must say now for encourage any one of you will be for you like a new person who will experience this thing for our very first time. Now a very good thing. But when it be do all those things, it give me the things to go do my practical. I be try for my own best of my knowledge. When brother be the can with the aim say it can harvest the suckers and from here. Then from the harvesting way to be show we I be use them. I use my video. I open them. I see the harvesting. Before that one time, I already harvest all my suckers. Put them all for polythene. It already they ready for market. So now a very good thing. And up to today, I like the thing. I said, yeah, I fail not done because I buy my suckers. I buy the wrap on that. I shot carpenter.
The one when you see the way they tell you say, see how the one straight, look all around, but see how it bend for you. Not be fine sucker this will propagate. He tell you say this sucker be been a so. You see or not? So the kind of sucker the way they so already you're not supposed to harvest the kind of one them. Why? Because there's technology for year now to kind of say bud formation. PIF means say propagation from stem fragment, and the basis for that propagation now, the bud them, we manipulate the bud them, forget this new one them so. So when you buy sucker the way they don't bend so, the area so it bend so, bud they clump for you. So they know they do well. Now only the place go do well. What it means say, if me I buy 100 sucker, we all in a straight sucker them, and one ring so they give me say 10. Your only ring not there no, so you get only 5. So you discover say, if you get 50 of the kind one the inside your 100, me I go get 25% more than you. That 25% more than you if you been at several hundreds of thousands to millions. So now why that way when you select your own sucker again more of this one them. So when you identify a sucker them for harvest them, that's the first thing that you look at. Once you identify say again a sword sucker them, the next thing we get for look at now how the pseudo stem they. You weak. So when they shake and so they like say the job cut force, planting that we get stamina. When you shake them, it's supposed to stand firm, even though it's still young. So you sometimes they just hold and so as they for ground, you shake and so you feel and say strong small. That one it means say under still they fine. And then you did look this not fine. You want not just because say they be harvest and scenes and they pack for the bed now good sucker than this. And then the next thing I say when you go for CC, the pseudo stem is big for some level. Because as planting the grow it's in the big now. So when you take a small for there and then the pseudo stem look abnormally too small, it means say that sucker for under get problem. So now very important thing in that way you identify and for tell you say they want fine, they want not fine. Why it be important because for example you buy one so 250 to 300 as it is so. So if you buy, I say you buy 100 and 50 now reject, you see how much you don't lose out. And that other one then sometimes high will be in a 2, 3, 4, 5. But my way, you want the way they find, they go give you more. So this now for the sucker. So I go show you now how would they do them and why would they do them as I already talked now. So that if we move the diseases. For do them, you gonna need sharp knife like this one. You gonna need knife where you know go stress you and you clean and like you clean Igbo cocoa. Now see I already start clean them. I already see some disease spot. This place na place where disease already attack them. And if we leave them, it means say it go infect the other plants inside there. Now while I talk say this sucker then they be disease free. So as I clean them off, so for example, you see and say the disease, we don't move that disease place. Exactly. Now so other disease places again, we clean them neatly. But you see and to say the way they clean them, I know they put over force so that me are not clean because when the thing they inside here, now the man they give them chop. The whole thing so we call and say come now. They come so na glucose. Glucose na sugar. So now you the get chop. So if you over clean this man, it means when you put that inside here, the plantain never get chop for depend on. Yes. So you the clean and only small. But now you the clean and deep if you see and say the place is sick. So it depends on. So now we see and say you see and say a very fine sucker this because you never get that sick place them for them. So you get for clean and so all around. Yeah. So we go. I want to just show you example so that after that we go now practice them this itself. And then we see them because plenty stage then day. So now you get for clean. Make sure say and when you clean, you try not for wound this up place so you get so you discover say the clean and not the cross come for up here. So you need for clean them small so just the clean them small. I just want to more see them first before because plenty stage then day. I just want to more see them first before we go for the next stage. Now you see and say for this place now for here where dig has passed now. And because now for here where dig has passed, you see and say it don't really start spoil. So you need for carefully clean them out, but try seaming up deep. Because when it's deep, no problem. So you clean them out neatly. Clean them out. You can't hear, you try not seaming over dig and plenty.
Like them, I get for continue.
No,
clean
that
and
one
With the inner ring so no this one so this one don't compete. you get for move any other black spot. For example, we see the black spot them. The ones on the sick. See that gives more black spot too. Instead of dig and plenty, you should just take your knife inside so you move them. Now I don't move them, it's what happen. You see and say the thing that to move be the chop enter. You need to make sure say you move out that to move. If not, you see how it's deep, it is still go in for inside. If you don't move them, the tumbuta you don't put inside there, it will enter your propagator and it will spoil the other one then. So you see and say it don't deep, you don't enter fine. You must only dig that soil. You must only dig that so to reach a place where the tumbu there. You see and say it's still there now. You not fit stop. Now why that way you get for the move? Good. So now the tumbu is what define them. Call and say melai dogaini, big grammar. Now he this cause plenty sick for planting. So you say and say if you hide inside yet, I be already toxic one clean, but only see that one last black spot no move and me see to go catch him inside. Once you leave the man for enter inside here, as the heat the make a me the planting then grow fine, the heat to the make a me double times 10. So as the man go into the multiply, once the inside they fine, you're gonna chop this. Now plenty sugar this. If you take the one go laboratory, you'll tell you say shoot away the inside the thing so plenty. So they fine as it they so. So if you don't move it so, it will spoil your propagator. So we don't move it, but we will still strong man not know as it's still black for day, 50 seconds or your other come before they also egg them. We need to make sure say we move them. So now I just want to say me we watch, we see how I move them because you move them to style. Because if you move them some way where you move all the sugar, it means say when you put that inside the propagator, chop no go there for you, suck at them for grow for up. So at this level we see and say that black dot don't disappear. You know say we don't clean the man, so definitely. Yes, you want so okay. Yes. Wow. So you see and say, hey my brother see I'm fine. Now so other hole to this way they enter, they go down. See. So that tumbo get plenty sense because it is chop away even if you want to do the thing, in no say you know go attack it. See how I don't come right for me to hear they do a work and then it just hide. You figure you know say no this sugar they fine but you don't know say you don't enter right for inside. Go hide. So we see at this level we be sure say no we don't move that man and chemical go do the remaining job will not before I know if you see him. And so that black spot this you see on a tumbo you road this when you see the place to na tumbo the brown thing then na carcass now we don't chop it the shit now so the shit did it the brown spot then so they line the inside so so as it is so we don't remove them we need we see how it continue for here we need for continue so they will move all thing you see and say they still continue. Now we'll be sure say thing we were IFC and we don't move at all. Chemical will take care of the remaining part the way will not be FCM. Now right away after this we go put that inside chemical. No, we can't reach the station now. So at this level we don't work out with the man fine. I will talk to the man be ready for it. So now the next stage that we'll do and I say we'll get for move the place we'll call them grammar say strata. We have to move each sheet for each of these strata as we go up. But now some technique day. I don't know if we see the line. The line they so for all plantain and banana. So as now as I be the cleaner talk say give for clean away not destroy the upside. So you need for come now for the upline as you see the plantain so. Now only for one place where you turn around the plantain go meter only for here. If you turn the plantain around also you go meter only for the place. And how you do know you feel am with your hand. So for example, we go move the first layer away, you don't brown so for all the other one, when you see without a brown so you need for find way you move the first layer. Good. So we don't move the first layer away over black so that we fit see to at the top fine. But you'll discover now say when you turn the plantain round, you see and say meter only for here for the place. That means say they cancel the meter for here. How you feel if you even use your hand for film. You see them. I will take someone with all small so that see and fine. But you discover as you turn the plantain round, they cancel the meter for the place. So you need to look the line. You take your now when the kind of knife then fine, then you make some X or play with the meter. We will not put force gently. You see how the cutter now. You need to put over energy. Then you use the tip for your knife, you just jig the place up. And then you follow your hand. Any place where it's strong, you know you drag out force. If you drag out force, you just destroy that place. You come with your knife again, means you're not cut fine. You touch against some more. it's still strong, you not push and force, you just touch the knife again small, and then you woke up am. We'll continue, you come again, it's still strong small, you just touch the knife again, and then you woke up am. Come again, you touch the knife small, you woke up am. Now thing this way we call am bots, thing this way we fight for protect am. He place them so. Now for here all the sucker they come out. We see am. Now so now see this black spot them. I will come move on after, but I know intentionally we'll just leave and so they will continue this one. But you see, now for you will make that X now. For people the way they don't old, man picking the way they talk, so will not get fine eye them. The X will help you for know how you make the next X. Because once you make the X, so once you turn them so you know how you make the next X. You see, I'm not the C5 bet. I already know now for here because now the X this I don't just turn and so I'm not saying the next one this. Now since this sucker is small sucker, even if you don't make the X at this level, it's not bad because for here the board is not a bit dominant. But already from here, you already know how you if you make your X so that you know how the next one it go be. You see how I cut them a little bit above the former one. You don't feel cut on the same level. Why you know you cut that red foul them? If you bring the say one keep 10 foul inside on room. You bring number 1 around 1 o'clock, number 2 around 2 o'clock, you bring number 4, 5, 6 around 10 o'clock, and then bring around 1 for night. Wait to go happen and say that one you bring them for 7 o'clock for morning. It go start chop before the other one them. So you go normally dig past the other one them, and then say go fight kill the other one them. So when you want to do foul, you bring all them for one time for night. Then you on light, all they start chop for one time. So big man not the big. Now the same thing I do for here. You make sure say the board them, they're not there for one level. Because you go to other trainings, someone go just do and say, okay, say now still board them this one. Then they took happen and say when the man they grow, and the man they grow for one play, all man at one level, one man key friend. But for them at own level, all man they appear now for step. So if I already there above you, we're not there for fight me. You just give for follow me to go. So now why that way someone they go come over from other one, and now why that way no we don't finish this go like say now step case we'll be trying for up. So we don't already do them so. Now we don't even can move the layer. As I talk, in fact I go intentionally push the one you see to you go happen if you force them. So you really destroy that middle board. Because if you not destroy them, only one go go. So to make sure say you destroy them, even if you took them 100 as long as only the middle go.
So the man the fight now.
So that middle not come on. No go destroy that board. That means when you take knife so, you need to enter at least so. You call and say 5 centimeters about learn for box match. Yeah, before you know say one destroy, you need to send and right down inside so. You come again, you do and so. Before you be sure say for this level so you don't destroy. Now so it is. So you see and say for this level, if you put the inside propagator, be sure say you don't go. But as I be the talk, the best knife will not be the one set. Why? Because you see and say as the knife big, when you want enter. And if you come again, for be sure say don't come out. Now the danger for them come again. The one that they not see you discover say it be easy. Them. Meanwhile, they go give you, they don't ever give you compared to this one. When you get more of this size, you be sure say you go get more sucker, you go sell more. Yeah. But once you start get to this one, then most of the board they don't go. Insect now an example of that beetle. So inside they chop that under, they also chop leaf them, it cause leaf, it cause hold the inside leaf. So plenty different things they are paper. But now for our training them for past, we used to use 2 kind method. If you either use chemical so, or if the chemical over there for you, if you use only wood ash. We not say for village area, the entire one make one jama we not buy chemical. We just sprinkle wood ash. No ants no go pass a day, no east no go pass a day. So you fit treat plantain wood ash. All you need for do now say you make water so, you put plenty wood ash. Wood ash na organic treatment. So whether you plenty overdose not there for wood ash. So once you shift your wood ash when only wood ash, if you put plenty wood ash so, then you put them, it fine. So wood ash na other treatment, but for this training for today, we go use chemical. We choose chemical so that we just educate ourselves on how the chemical them be, how then they act, because they want to be more effective. Wood ash na thing we not really key that insect they will see. So sometimes they will use the chemical I find. The one I hold on for my hand, they call and say the active the commercial name if you go for shop, you want buy them, talk say Lamida Gold, they will give you. Lamida Gold na systemic and contact insecticide. It means when you put them for water, if you only touch your plant na touch them, that place where touch it go work. Systemic means say when you put them for water, this thing and so they suck them for inside. So insect where you never yet touch them with your knife, you go kill them. So this one over fine because na systemic and contact. That means say if you only touch them, you go work. If you touch them too, it go suck them. That means there's the one in the way only contact, which means only touching. So Lamida go where you want buy insecticide, where you fight even for your plantain or for your, especially for cocoa. So on disease occur as a cocoa myriad. If that disease them at the plenty fair day, if you buy a chemical will not be contact and systemic, it will worry. So if you even forget the name saying Lamida Gold, where you go for chemical shop, talk say one buy fungicide and insecticide. The one now if na insecticide, we mean say key insect. The one na fungicide, we mean say the key fungi. So you talk say one buy fungicide and insecticide when na contact and systemic action. They go no good, they go give you good one. So the one na double action, the one to na double action. So na systemic wey mean say when you touch the plant they absorb them, and then also it work too for skin, play where touch them. But if you go by na only contact, it means say na only place where it touch it work. So now the first and major advantage that when you don't buy and so now the chemical bottle they tell you place for mix them. Mostly for the one and so they write them for year. For example, rate of application 0.5 to 0.5 liter, and then for Matabi they say 25 to 30 mils for knapsack. Matabi will see and so na 16 liter. When they tell you say 25 to 30 mil for knapsack for 15 liter, you are bugging on a 10 liter now. So if they tell we say 15 to 20, 25 to 30, means say we'll put 20 mil for year, it fine, it will work fine. So now all that, I'm so already know dosage for the one. So we will put for inside the 10 liter bucket, we will put 20 mils. I will go use this in them for measure them. You see them for here 25, 50, 75, 100. So if not 25, we will put them for down small, maybe 20. We'll put 20, we'll dissolve inside, then we'll cut the water, put half for here, then put the chemical. The one na insecticide. Insecticide, the key all the insect them, all the small tumbo them, they kill them. The one now na fungicide. Monchang. People where they plant tomato, they know the one fine. Now both systemic and contact. For here you see they don't really tell you say they also tell you the chemical dosage and how you get for use them. So for here they talk say 50 grams for 15 liter. 50 grams for 15 liter, a day like one gong for tomato, not the tomato cup, they like 25 mil. So you put 2 tomato cup, na 50 for one. So for here we go use the 1 to 1 cup, we will approximate them for 30 grams for mixer inside 10 liter for water. Once we do them so, we go use some small stick, go stir the water. We put this thing the inside for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, we move them for sun. We put them for play with sun not day for that kind 5 minutes. And after that 5 minutes, we now put them for inside. We put the color process air dry. When you don't move them for chemical, you know they put them directly. You put them outside sun so that the chemical will enter for inside. That time when the chemical enter inside, that systemic power now for the chemical to work. So it enter now, kill the insect the way you know your eye not be fishing. So now why that way I'd ever recommend them to use now chemical system not be this thing. But if you use how they call them again, wood ash, it go work. But not be say you know go work the way the one go work. Yes. But the wood ash now for time and time you not see the chemical, you go still kill some of the symptoms. Because wood ash so it get to can say antiseptic properties, general antiseptic properties. It's not strong like this one, like this systemic, but at least it gets some level. So now we go just measure them. As we talk, the one for 10 liter we go use 20 mils. Then we begin at 15 liter when I want matter big, we go use 25. So now 25 there for here, or if we even use this smaller measuring one. This smaller measuring one, 50 go. You see 10, 20, 20, 20, 30, 40, 50. So we measure them. Man, you know. So we say na 20 that day for the 20 mark, na 30 is just for up. So there for the 20 mark. So once you put on the water, will tell and say na milk. Now so in systemic insecticide it work. You get this milky color. So that one is the first one that. So you see, I say one container, so you feed them plenty time because when they dey for you, so after some time you spray them with chemical. So that if sick come off for some play, it kill them. So we will use now 1 cup for the one. We'll talk to the one a fungicide. We'll use 1 cup, level them up. That's 1.5 tomato cup now because 2 tomato cup for 15 liters. So we use 1.5 cup for contact, and we'll not say we don't finish. So we just need to count some. Take this, and then we stir them. No day at all, and the one that will kill you. Because if insect not fit chop jama jama, who be you for chop jama jama? So insect will find that the one we hold the way means say insect fit chop am. Where means say you too fit chop am. Because the one we hold not the day, it means say they don't put chemical the way. If you say chop am, you not go dey fine. So now just some simple technique that way me all man take them serious. When you want buy, especially vegetables, insect find that the one they will hold and day. Because it means that one chemical not plenty. Or man will use chemical, you put them with small amount. So once you divide and so. You just pick the sucker them now we don't do them for the level. Put them inside gently. May not splash. Yes, gently. So when it flop, we go wait 10 minutes before we put the other one there. If you even get a bigger container, it's better so that many if you enter one time.
We will break down into 2.
Yeah, that one the people can do. So I think say we'll leave them so, and then we'll all move for this side. We'll put the socket on so that we'll take the next phase. Then at the propagator phase. As it is, so when you put the sawdust, it will make it be turgid for down. So even the whole way finally remain. Because you put pressure now, sawdust will give pressure on top it. Yeah, so you never leave a mix. And you oversee and because stone enough under, but when you put sawdust, you see and say go balance. So now you go just apply the sawdust on top here. You go put sawdust for 3 to 5 centimeters under. This sawdust not like
don't
round.
cut it, check it up. Yeah, so correct. You say I didn't move the space.
We do see and say the sawdust will use them. The fine for use now the soft one.
Go corner.
Because you use that soft one, it means they go hold water more. But when you use the other fat eye, you know go hold water fine. So if I say when you want to go select sawdust, we they use now the soft one. And then for man where you have no plan. If you don't buy sawdust, it's fine for using a sawdust, you come out eucalyptus. So any man know why would use a sawdust, you come out eucalyptus? Any man can guess why? Yeah, eucalyptus will not say for that time would use eucalyptus to make cure malaria. Eucalyptus for cure for the way you command the boil and cover them. You get plenty advantage. Why? Because when eucalyptus naturally in a medicine for both human being and for plant them. So the eucalyptus tree they use them for sawmill them. It's fine because when you apply and when water touch them, it start release something that say eucalyptus will hold water past any other tree. If the place na lumber, you want to me the water come up for the you plant eucalyptus. The place go be lumber after 3 years. The eucalyptus will suck all the water. Any sawdust you want use and people, then I say find sawdust where if it's small. But if you get and so me there for no say the level don't reach, you put and so me there at least half of your normal finger, then you know say the distance not bad. So this level now they you know say they root them. They fit set on top here. If you pass no problem, but you know say if you pass now you just waste no money. Because some other man fit make I own over long, but that one no need no dey. As it dey so, it go still grow fine. So now I just say I don't already time man. Now already 8 minutes. In 2 minutes time we go move that sucker them, and then we go use the remaining chemical for water this same place. Because you need for treat this sawdust too. If it say get on sick, so you need for treat that with that chemical water before you put the sucker there on top. So now we'll just carry the chemical and bring it for this time with the other sawdust whenever for the other sucker whenever you sit down. One, I think this one is about 2,000 one from my hand. So if you just how you buy a double pair so that if you always use them, at least chemical no fit penetrate. If you buy that one where doctor they use them, the chemical will meet up for inside. That one will light so no. So it's good for buy something where we thick small. Alright, Madam Aisha will just do the other one then. We will take almost the same time for inside chemical. And when I question then they will feel the ask them. So how in a rainy season too, we will carry in about a month's time for harvest. If this sun continues for shine the way it shine. But as I be the talk, if sun not there, it will instead delay. Because the more evaporation, the more quicker it takes. So now plenty of people they do them for dry season. You see, so that for dry season, even inside 3 weeks, you fit start 3 weeks to 1 month, you fit start harvest. So you see how climate they affect this particular business. So man for Kumba, they grow this thing in 3 weeks time.
In every scenario, make and away, no disease, no day would carry and put inside here. Immediately you carry one disease put inside here. I assure you, say if you be doing all of the plants, you go for all them because say no be you go chop, you go flop. If you say and say the one, you know be chop you again, you move to the next one until where the chop, it the flop, it the burn. As I the burn, so they contaminate all these suckers then. And once you contaminate all these suckers, then you know say you go get less plantlet. And even if you get plantlet, you go get less viable plantlet, which means say if you go plant for your farm, you go still be 4 more. You mean say you don't go waste your time to do all this thing. If you sell them for some person, you go plant them, you go make that way you want to harvest, start for all. The car who you carry and go lock up for prison. And that plenty risks that way you know fit afford to be inside. Because at this point, if you still reduce that risk. So it is very, very critical all these steps then. May man not take someone if you say someone they will feel live and it talks 10 minutes, I will just think 5 minutes. All then they well calculated. Scientists don't evaluate and say so you get for B. And they don't evaluate.
Successfully through that one. So the next person, how would you arrange your inside propagation? And they try for make the inside here they for one height. Because if they're not there for one height, the one they're there for under, they will suffer plenty. They will take time for reach for up, and by the time they want to reach for up, they don't already spoil or they're weak. So you see the spacing are just about 5 to 7 centimeters. No need for overspacing, but you need to make some gap there. Because if not, they will overclump tight together. And you see how with this soil, they just shoot on top. So if you not be deep enough, they're not going to shoot, they're going to touch and happen. So this spacing should be very important. If you over close them time for harvest, you go cry, you go destroy plenty.
Oh, not that poor. Or you get plotted. Yeah, you get plotted.
One way is small, so you just put on top so many hands. If not, it's over. Go for
you better.
So imagine say the thing be past 1 meter for week. Short man like me, I don't fair.
I don't go. You don't know what hang get to my mom. I'm even
out. Why no problem? One will be my experiment. I will see where.
Okay, that halfway.
Yes. Me, I already know the result there. I want to say that would can harvest. Any man go take it, I see whether I will come on. Because when it over plenty on top of a big problem, the sucker will take time to come up. Go down.
Then again, the second bed is not deep or plenty.
The same people no say me not find me over deep. I can't over deep no problem. So this one we go buy rubber and just attach on like we do for the other ones. Because with rubber now, you know the shape. So will you go use the other side to block this side? Lionel.
You can simply introduce yourself before.
My name na
Okay.
Konji Grace. I be there Moroka, so I don't come because of the crisis we did.
What will really bring you for this training for today?
It bring me now because I don't leave the place where I be there. See what I be do, I leave and place. So I don't come here, I don't get no nothing. So when they be here, I be over glad. At least now, so I don't come no son, so I can do and it will help me for give money for take care of my pikin.
So quarter, if you leave the place to do the talk, say what you learn, what you will tell any other person when not be for the training.
I go tell them say I don't class this on new thing. No. How they slice plantain like cocoa, they make one sucker for come more plenty.
Okay. So what to be
And how you feel? And I know say normally plantain they take 9 months for born, but they don't can't tell we now see this, so you need to reach 9 months. They don't show we now for process how if you do if you get quick money.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mommy, welcome.
Thank you.
Mommy, what to be your name?
My name is Mami Florence.
Mommy, which one you come out before you want to come boy?
They come on about I enter Nigeria. The workers sit with an early time before I come this side.
Okay, sure. Mommy, I just want you to say after the training for today, you think say you don't understand and find where you go fit to go for house or another place. You go start some business where you go give you money, help people stand picking them to school.
The first place at the time kuna plenty for the initiative I use them for call me. Because if I be remember my house, I know nothing. They have not call me.
Come on now, crisis and find
So what be your impression about the training we don't receive on today?
I'll be very happy because the knowledge we have been done the really hungry for better. But I be unable, but as I find myself here, I don't get the knowledge. So I'll be very, very happy.
Okay, thank you, sir. We here today.
I've been very, very impressed. Not always satisfied, but I've been impressed. Because you don't learn how from.
Which does in empowerment through agriculture modern techniques and also transformation of agricultural produce. We have a number of transformed produces in the supermarkets in Cameroon. Dry vegetables, processed plantain products like biscuits and many more.
What is your goal on taking this concept in many more environments?
Basically, as agronomists who were trained in Cameroon and who have a love for country and a love for communities, we thought it necessary to partner with organizations
in empowering the local farmers. Agriculture, we also know that Cameroon is predominantly inhabited by a farming community. The population of Cameroon, 70% and above, is into agriculture. So empowering the 9 years today, we have been in an effort to, galvanize the agricultural sector stakeholders, be it producers most especially, whose productivity is greatly hampered by the challenges they face in the field, which is basically we have bad roads, we have poor production techniques, low availability of quality materials. So with a training platform like this for plantain multiplication, we are able to empower farmers in the plantain subsector to produce sustainably, to produce quality, to produce optimally, and ensure productivity along the value chain, where actors like us now continue from there with transformation to biscuits to